to my channel. This is episode 15. First thing as always, thank you to those of you that have subscribed to my channel. If you are new, names will go up over here. And thank you to those of you that have been following and supporting me on the forum. Recognition goes up over here. Now I have one notification before we start. Now, I was supposed to have a package arrive on Wednesday. It is now Sunday, so sadly it is not here for this video today. So UPS, you're in my bad books at the moment. You can tell by my angry face. I'm not happy. So anyway, let's move on. So what's going to happen in this video today is I'm going to go over 5 things that are very important, and you may agree with them, you may not agree with all of them, but it's going to be very important because in a few weeks' time I'm going to be going back to my site Red Alert, and I just want to cover a few things that I think are very important, especially for those of you that haven't been playing Airsoft for a while. And that's it really, so let's get into the video. Number 1, your safety. So last year we didn't have to worry about that at all, but being 2020 with COVID-19, there are going to be certain safety procedures that you have to follow if you want to play. So fingers crossed, make it work, make it happen. So what do I mean by your safety? Now I'm going to be taking a few items with me, and you may agree, you may disagree, but again, this is for the safety aspect, okay? Now, Airsoft sites are required now, not just for their safety procedures, but how many people are allowed to go. Now, some sites will vary in that, so very important. These are going to become mandatory sooner or later in this country. A simple face mask, okay? We use these to do our shopping, go into highly populated places, work as well. So I'm going to put this on. There you go. Just a simple little bit of protection there. Now, I am curious when we go onto the field, hopefully you can hear me, is how are they going to do it? Are they going to get everyone going up all together, which I doubt. Probably one at a time maybe, which is safer, but obviously you still got to keep your distance from people if you want to be that extra safe. And obviously, if you want to protect your teeth, you're going to wear one of these, obviously your ears. Now, probably what will happen is I will go there, try it out. I probably will wear this on and off the field, so it's easy enough. You can put this in any one of your cargo pockets or top pockets. So probably what will happen is I'll go onto the field, when they say game on, I probably will switch this off quickly and put this on. But then obviously once the game's up and people start to congregate again, obviously trying to keep distance, I probably will swap it out for this again. And then hopefully go off the field back to my car where it will be safe. Also, can't go wrong with some hand gel or antibacterial wipes, because again, better to be safe than sorry. Obviously you may be wearing gloves, you may not, whatever the reason, but again, whatever you touch, always good to wash afterwards, get used to that. And that's it really for safety procedures regarding COVID-19. Number 2, sites rules. Now, the only way you can get to play Airsoft at the moment is you've got to book online. So if you walk up, you're just going to get turned away. So once you book online, whatever it is, okay, now the sites will vary. Some sites will say, right, bring your own gear. Some say, we're renting. Some sites may not do that, so just bear that in mind. Unfortunately, for those of you that are getting into it or trying to complete your CARA, you may not be allowed to do it at that site for whatever reason, but hopefully they will bring back rentals soon enough, depending. So anyway, you've decided to do all that online, and obviously very important, once you're on the web page, check the rules, the safety procedures. Now, they may not go into it in too much detail. Hopefully they'll mention it a bit briefly. But if not, you can phone up their site or email them and find out what exactly is allowed and what isn't allowed. Now, at Red Alert, I've been told we're going to have to be parked in certain areas, so the marshals will guide us, and obviously they're going to be our safety areas, our cars. So again, try and keep distance away from people. Obviously, your friends may turn up, which is great. You haven't seen them for months. But remember, you still want to try and keep your distance, okay? Now, you may be allowed to use their facilities at the site. But again, they will say, right, only one person at a time can go and register in and pay if need to. One person can only go to the toilet at a time, because obviously we don't want people just like bumping into each other, obviously for safety purposes. So very important, okay, once you get to that site, don't panic, okay? The marshals will brief you, obviously saying what game you're going to do, how we're going to get you onto the field, and obviously try and keep your distance. And I've probably said that enough times already. So when you get to a site, just enjoy yourself. Okay, it's been a few months since you played, if you're one of the lucky few that have been able to play on. So the most important thing I can say to you is have fun, but remember to be safe at all times, okay? And that's it really, so let's move on. Number 3, drinks and snacks. Very important in order for us to keep going and enjoying Airsoft. So when you're online, filling in all the details, obviously paying and whatnot, make sure you check on the link saying about food and everything. It should all be covered. If it's not, phone them, email them, and they should get back to you saying, yes, the meal deals are still on, yes, the fresh food is still on, or they'll just say, no, sorry, you've got to provide your own food. So I'd say for your first day back at Airsoft, bring some extra snacks with you and drinks. So for example, bring some orange with you, bring some Tic Tacs if you want to, protein bars, crisps, sandwiches, you name it. I wouldn't, if you're with friends, then yeah, you can share food, but obviously be careful who handles it and whatnot, that will help. And again, keep your distance. Again, you may want to socialise with your friends, but remember, distance is important for safety as well. And that's it really for this one. So let's move on to the next one. Number 4, RIF-CHOICE. Now, RIF stands for Realistic Imitation Firearm, if you haven't noticed this in my channel by now. And again, this applies to people that have a collection built up. Whatever you've got, take with you. If you're renting, you're lucky. If you can't rent, sorry guys. So what you'll probably look at, for me especially, is I prefer playing as an AEG player. So I like getting close to the enemy, bayoneting them. Well, I'm going to have to change my gameplay, my style, because that is no longer going to be allowed. You have to keep a meter or 2 meters distance whilst shooting at people. So I honestly have to say, snipers, if the rule is still the same, you get 30 meters plus for safety distance. So they're probably going to be the safest players because they isolate themselves and have a lot more distance to cover. DMRs have 20 meters plus for safety distance, and again, keeping their distance. AEGs tend to be the ones that gather up closer to each other. Not all the time, obviously DMRs, snipers, AEGs, you name it, tend to bundle up at certain parts of the game map, but again, you've got to watch your distance. You hear me say that a lot in this video. So, if you have in your collection a sniper or a DMR like this is my SEMA SVD. I need to charge the battery and sort out the hop up. I would like to take this to my first game. Now, I'll try and get it in. It's a long battle rifle, as you can tell, so I can barely fit it in. I'm going to point it towards the camera without hopefully knocking it. Look down the scope. There we go. So yeah, some of you that have been playing for quite a while know your type of style, whether it's aggressive, countering, defending, you name it. So this will give you a good excuse out of your collection to get something that you haven't used yet or haven't used in a while, like this, my SVD. And it also gives you a chance as well, to a certain degree, if you want to be a sniper, a DMR. But that's about it, really. You can still be an AEG, don't get me wrong. I'm going to take quite a few things with me for my first day. And yeah, I'm going to try it out and see what works for me. That's all I can say, really. And the same to you, the people that are watching this. So let's put it back. And that's it for that one. So let's move on to the last one. Number 5, extra gear. What do I mean by that? Whatever you bring with you, you can take there and back. And obviously it's meant to help you, so that's the whole purpose of extra gear. So a few things that I would consider taking with me. I wish I mentioned it in my first one for safety. I might bring some antibacterial spray, which will help, especially at the end of the day when you want to kind of disinfect everything. So here's some ideas, some tips to bear in mind. Like I've said before in my other videos, if you haven't checked them out, by all means do so. A bin bag, simple enough. After the day, maybe my first day, I might swap out my entire clothes. Obviously, like I said, first thing, bring some antibacterial spray it all, then put it in the bag. So, what could you put in a bin bag? Simple, like I said, your dirty clothing, or extra casual gear when you change at the end of the day. Rain gear, especially in the UK when it rains, like today, it is raining. What else? an extra BDU set for whatever reason. Obviously you tear, it has happened before, you tear your gear or whatnot. So this BDU gear, I actually want to thank AFUK for providing, and I like the DPM boonie hat. I believe you said it was the South African one. I'm not 100% on that one, but either way, still cool to add to the collection, so I really appreciate that. Put it in here. And that is it really for my extra gear. And obviously, like I said, you can spray it all, put it in the bag, as you can see, and put in your boot, and then you can drive home. And hopefully after that, you've had a great day, go home, wash up, relax, and then hopefully, if you are safe, you can enjoy it again whenever you next go. And that's it for my video today, and I know it wasn't 100% accurate. You may agree with it, you may disagree with it, but again, this is just a bit of fun whilst building up to that first game day. So yeah, like, comment, share and subscribe. Don't forget to click the little bell icon. I enjoyed making this video. I look forward to making the next video. The most important thing you can do is stay safe.